Oh man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is? Tuesday. Brewsday Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's time for Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar and Six Pack Store. Here's DreZ and Big Nate.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
unarmed. That's good. Apparently, so are
well, that's
you.
fair enough. This thing didn't even work. That's what happens when you don't use the bottle shooters after for
You should regularly clean and oil your cap gun.
yeah. What is it? Is it the cap or is it the shooter? Oh, it's the shooter. Red one's bust.
Oh no.
Maybe it does just need to be cleaned and oiled. I think it might work now. Nope. Pathetic. All right. Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store in downtown Blacksburg. Yours truly, DreZ and Big Nate, like sipping on beers. And luckily enough, somehow we were able to convince the head honchos to let us do it on the radio on Tuesdays. And the
That was
tradition
The
continues.
long con.
It is the long con, going on 8 years. Old Busthead Brewing Company. I just popped the caramel macchiato stout. Machi. I wanted to go Ralph Macchio on there, but macchiato stout. It's a stout made with caramel, malts, coffee, vanilla beans, and natural vanilla flavor. It's brewed locally, Fauquier County, Virginia. This is a Commonwealth brewski right here, coming in at 5.7%. This is a beer that I've been sitting on for probably a bit too long, maybe.
I think I know why. I didn't think about the fact that is a coffee stout.
Well, so full disclosure, if I'm not mistaken, you actually purchased this. I don't know how long ago. It's been
a couple months.
It's been a couple months sitting
It's
in
a
my
stout.
sitting in my fridge. That was my thinking. I mean, when it comes to the stouts,
They'll hold.
I know for a fact a couple of the beers that we have will be totally fine because it says right on the label age as well, which usually is a good thing when you see that. Now this one, I don't know if it says age as well, but we will see.
It looks like it poured well.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Oh, this just talks about Old Busthead, which I've never been there. Have you been out that way?
I have not. My dad regularly does cycling events there and around. And my dad doesn't drink beer. My dad doesn't drink, but he'll always check in on Facebook at Old Busthead. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
He just goes just.
But I've had a few of
to be cool.
Their offerings and I think a pretty decent product. Of course, it's back local to where I grew up.
Yeah, that's your kind of neck of the. This says Vent Hill specifically.
Yeah,
is that?
It's literally my dad's old house. It's literally Dad would say it's within walking distance. I would say it's going to be a long walk, but
what's a walk? 4 miles, 5 miles is a walk
it's
for your dad?
Probably about 5 miles.
5 miles.
I mean, the man's cycling 100 miles in one go. So
his
threshold's much higher than mine. I've got the Gunner's Daughter Milk Stout from Mass Landing Brewing Company, 5.5% ABV. This label kind of reminds me of the Joy Division Unknown Pleasures, which
a little
people
bit
have probably seen me wear the shirt.
A lot of people have that. That's just one of those staple shirts. I guarantee you there's a lot of people that wear that shirt that have never even listened to that record.
I saw it. See, mine actually is a replacement of my original one, but those came from Joy Division's website and official store. But I've seen it in Kohl's.
Yeah,
and it's always disheartening. I'm sure you're the same way with Nirvana t-shirts.
Yeah, I used to actually buy and have every Nirvana shirt that I ever came across until it got to be way too much when it was so readily available.
Storage.
I mean, Hot Topic, that kind of put a damper on it, and that's when I really stopped. But then, it just became a bit too commonplace.
This is a beautifully aromatic and balanced milk stout with delicious notes of peanut butter, coffee, and dark chocolate, which is interesting because they put the notes of peanut butter on there and then realized, oh crap, we got to back this up because people have allergies. So it says contains lactose, does not contain peanuts or nuts. So it's just got the notes, none of the allergens.
See, and that's going to be interesting because I know I'm not a fan of lactose and beer, but I think mostly that's because I don't think they belong in IPAs. Now that lactose in a milk stout seems commonplace. I would imagine that's very standard for a milk stout. Then again, I'm not a huge fan of milk stouts either, but if it's got some peanut kind of vibe, a little peanut chocolate vibe, that could work out well. I can't even remember Where are they out of again? What was the brewery?
Westbrook, Maine, Mass Landing.
Maine. Okay, so that makes
Thought I
sense.
knew that.
I couldn't remember where I got that, but now I do remember. Yeah, that one was from the trip. I think that was when. So that beer came from when we were up in Maine. Was it Maine or maybe it was Vermont? It was one of those states, and I've mentioned this on the show where they seemed cool with just breaking up anything. You could even break up and buy
Yeah.
a single of a Bud Light out of a Bud Light 12 pack or a 6-pack if you wanted to at a gas station and stuff. So I finally went to a beer store and checked, and they were like, anything that's not in a cardboard box that's like sealed up, you can have it single of. So I built up my own 4-pack, and that was one of those ones. So I'm interested to try that
If
one.
it tastes as good as it smells, we're in luck. It smells like a really rich, like, of course, everybody knows Reese's peanut butter cups,
Mhm.
but this would be like if you like went 5-star and like made it like gourmet. And that's just the smell. I haven't tasted it yet. So
I was going to say, this isn't a beer smelling show. This is a beer tasting / drinking show. So throw it back. But that's a good point, man. I am a huge fan of the chocolate peanut butter Reese's. But now that you mention it, you know, you ever do come across fancy peanut butter cups, like a hoity-toity place does a peanut butter chocolate. It's never as good as a proper Reese's, in my opinion. They always just, they kind of miss the mark. And maybe it's just because I'm so used to their combination or their type of peanut butter or whatever it is.
I think it's a kind of a comfort and familiarity thing. It's kind of like I enjoy going to, finer dining establishments, but if I'm in a rut, nothing beats Mickey D's.
I thought you were going to say Waffle House.
Waffle House.
I know you like
also,
Waffle House.
Nothing beats Waffle House.
But you're right. McDonald's.
But you can't go to
dude.
Waffle House sober. McDonald's, you can do that.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that one. McDonald's is a true staple. Although, man, I saw, and it's so sad. I just saw a photo of like the original dollar menu and how glorious it was. Just to remember that for $4,
Yeah,
you were
eat like a
fed.
king.
Yeah, I mean, you get the McChicken, you get the McDouble, you get some fries, maybe a 4-piece nugget or whatever. Oh man,
See,
they destroyed it.
yeah, a McDouble's now like $3.29. That's not a value menu.
I saw one of them posted, and it must have been because it is based on geography of where the prices. So if you're in Hawaii, I know that's an extreme version, but even like a more populous, LA or whatever, the prices on fast food menus are higher. But it had a McChicken at $4.69.
That's too much for a McChicken.
There's no way in hell I would ever pay $4.69 for a McChicken, because to me, in my mind, I always got them for $1, and that's one thing that I will.
I'm gonna say I had made the switch to the dollar menu for the longest time, and then they switched to the 1, 2, 3, the $1, $2, $3.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think it's that anymore.
No,
I haven't been to McDonald's in a while.
Now it's just the value menu, and
Value.
we've reached a point where I'm back to just getting the combos because I'm gonna feel sad about the glory days of getting 2 McDoubles, 2 McChickens, and calling it a day.
Well, and I don't know if it's strictly because how. All right, so actually, the one here in Fairlawn and some of the other ones, you can go up and order. If you go inside, you can go up and order at the kiosk or whatever. But then you have the screen. It looks like it's TV tilted on its side, and it has the whole rundown. Sometimes, because you never see it on the actual menu, but if you go in there and click on values or whatever, you can get like a killer nugget deal. Like you get like 20 nuggets and like a basket of fries, which didn't even know basket of fries was a thing. And it's like, $8 or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, there's the deal right there. But they hide it.
They also
you got to dig for it.
They also have a pretty good reward system
On the app. See, I don't use the app or nothing, but I bet that's another way to really get
That's the one app I have that is actually worthwhile. Like they do free French fry Fridays. So you can, with any order over $2, you get free fries, stuff like
that's not
that.
bad.
So the app, they have moved towards like that direction, which I mean, it's great. It's kind of like a drug dealer gives you your first for free and then gets you hooked. That's what they were doing with the dollar menu. That's my theory. This is the long con they were working on.
Well, and I don't know if they or we're sort of the pioneers in the fast food app stuff. But I mean, I think all of them have it now, and they want you to do it. You'll see a sign. It's like get a free whatever burger when you download the app. You always got to do the deals through the app now. It's kind of a shame because I don't want another app.
Again, this is another one of those. So you get the rewards points with McDonald's. And I've saved up so many like absurd rewards points because they've also got a deals section that doesn't take from your points. And like almost every week in there's one that's like 20% off. It's like, well, yeah, that seems like a no-brainer over Big Mac, just the sandwich.
All right. You got me thinking I might need to get this app then.
You might want to
the way to do. Well, the thing is, I don't go to McDonald's very often.
Even JT uses it. And he's not someone who regularly frequents McDonald's.
Yeah, it probably would be worth it because the one time, we're not doing McDonald's this year. Well, BB's not doing McDonald's this year, i.e. I'm not doing McDonald's this year. It's kind of that girlfriend's a vegetarian, so Jules, knows what I'm talking about. But I think that's going to change come Thanksgiving. I think is when we are finally going to get to have our first McDonald's. So we might want to have that app handy because we're going to go full on.
Yeah, you have to. Like, are you going to be on the road doing it? Or
no, I think we'll be here in town.
We're just going to Mickey D's.
No, yeah, well, it's going to be. So I think we're going to do it on the way, probably to Thanksgiving with the family or whatever. So we'll probably be on the road.
Favorite long-standing tradition on road trips is going to stop off and get some McDonald's.
It is good, and honestly, I don't know if you're watching on the video, which by the way, you can watch Brewsday Tuesday on Facebook Live and on the YouTube if you want to actually confirm that we are drinking beer. I went back for more of this because I noticed I did a little bit smaller of a pour because I know you actually drink coffee. You might appreciate this beer more than I, but I went back to get my full half because this is pretty tasty, man. Old Busthead's Caramel Macchiato Stout. It's hitting the right notes. I'd say it's got all the flavors listed: coffee, vanilla, and caramel, which when you got the sweetness, I can oversee the coffee bit. And it is cold. I just still won't drink hot coffee, but the cold ones that are all sweet, I can play that game. And for the age, if I factor in the fact that this has been in my fridge for God knows how long, I'm gonna give it a 4.25.
Is there a bottled by date on there? Or bottled on?
I can have a look.
I know. I'm pretty sure they do a lot of their stuff in house.
Not that I can see, but yeah, I don't see anything.
I think that was like one of the earlier bottle shares, so that may have been like January.
I don't think it's been that long.
So?
No. I think it was the most recent one that we had, but it has been a few months for sure.
So this Gunner's Daughter, as I mentioned, it smells absolutely delicious, and I'm really intrigued. Above all else, they mentioned the notes of peanut butter, and then they say there's no peanuts or nuts. So I'm very curious how they got it because it tastes exactly like a really rich peanut butter cup. It's delicious. It's not like there's one that's everyone knows by this point. The Sweet Baby Jesus from Dew Claw is one of my least favorite beers of all time. This does not fall in that category. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'll give it a 4.25 as well.
All right. Not too bad of a round for these stouts, a little sweet stouts. After this one, though, I think it might be sweet. I don't know. All I know is the ABV is going up. There's no doubt about that. We'll take a quick break, and we'll drink more stouts on Brewsday Tuesday right after this. Stick around. You want to go see if they're even still here?